Okay, think we are live. Let's just double check here.
So my name is Chris. I go by.
Think we are live. Think so. Good morning, San Francisco. I prefer Good Morning Vietnam. You ever see that movie? Good Morning Vietnam. All right, let me introduce myself. What's going on, guys? I'm Chrissy Whispers. Tonight we're going to be looking at some Twilight Masquerade. Look through the cards now that it's been released. See how the cards are doing. We're expecting, as usual, the cards going down usually after pre-release prices. So we're just gonna jump right into it, take a look, and see what's going on. Everything's actually maxed. Yeah, well, except the music. I can raise the music, not by much. You want a little more noise? How's that? I cannot. Yeah. How's that? How's everything? The music sounds all right. Let me know. All right, so I'm gonna sort by best selling, of course. Japanese. I was wondering why that sale was so cheap. This car's going up. That's interesting. Must wonder how hard it is to hit. Must have a crazy low pull rate. Okay. So this isn't the same list that it was just showing me. There we go. Blood Wounders, that dropped. That went down. Dude, look at this. This is so frustrating. I hate that it does this. Watch. Every time I go back, it reorganizes the list. And I'm trying to view, sort by best. Do you? Hmm. That's pretty good. I'm gonna do that from now on. Yeah, so I'm assuming this is going... Okay. That's going up. Lightly plated 53. This is Twilight Masquerade. Oh, see? Again, I did it. Why? Why is this the way that it is? That's fetching a pretty pro. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. Let's do it your way. Let's open links and new tabs. Let's just go like this. Let's just do it. Which one? The Tatsugiri? We'll get to it. This one, I believe, is playable. This is... That's why this is going up, I'm pretty sure. This and the Dragapult, which... Yeah, this and the Dragapult. That's going down. That's interesting. Once during your turn, you may attach a basic grass energy card from your hand to this Pokemon. If you attach energy to a Pokemon in this way, draw a card. Yeah, so every time you attach the energy that it needs, you draw a card. It's pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty simple, pretty good. But I was watching... I remember whose video I was watching, but I know this is playable. This Dragapult, I don't like Dragapult very much, and I don't like the crowns. But that's not. I feel like I really don't even like this style of cards. I don't. Yeah, like I don't. So let me go back real quick. Which? Whoa. I don't know what just happened. Just want to look at a card, look for a card real quick. Like this, like the toxicity, like just this whole thing that they're doing with the full arts. I don't like them very much. I just don't like that style. This one, I pulled this. I have like 4 of these. I hate it. I just don't. I just not a fan of this style. But this one, I happen to like this one, and it's playable. Not that that means anything to me, but this one I feel like doesn't look bad. I like the blue. That's what it is. I like the coloring, I think, more than the card. Yeah, I just like the color scheme. But this is going down. That's interesting. I wonder if it was just selling high because of the players, so that they could start testing their decks, you know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. Singles from new sets is scary. Singles from new sets is scary, but if you could sell pre-release, I mean, you do pretty good ripping. Like Danny Phantom. Pretty sure Danny Phantom, like, I mean, that dude mass opens. Like, he's putting together, he does a master set for every set, and then he gives it away to one of his subscribers. It's like one of his things. And, he opened like 3,000 cards. I'll show you, you'll see which card. Well, you can watch the video, but, we'll get to it. Like, over 3,000 packs to pull it once. But he opens, he just rips packs, and I'm pretty sure he sells everything pre-release. That's why, you know, unless you're selling stuff pre-release, it's like not worth ripping product for singles, you know what I mean? Danny Phantom? Yeah, he's at the Pokemon Coliseum. check out his website. Got a pretty good site. Well, I don't keep up with it, but when I checked it out, it was a pretty good website. It seemed like pretty legit. I mean, he's legit. Danny Phantom's very legit. He's actually one of the reasons I got into Pokemon. He was one of the first YouTubers I started watching. Will? You get him mixed up with Danny Phantom? Nostalgianomics? that's I really like him. I think he's pretty spot on with everything he says, to be honest with you. Yeah, I get that. This card dropped like a sack of hot garbage. Was it actually selling? Oh, I really gonna have to scroll back here. Curious to know if this card was actually selling for 50 bucks at pre-release. Like how many sold? Okay, so this is pre-release, right? The 23rd. Then they sold in the mid 20s for a minute. See, like that's this is the perk of being able to pre-sell. You can get two of these a box. I don't really like this card. I'm not impressed with it. You never know. But this is what usually happens. This is the usual trend when you look at cards pre-post release. This is this is what happens. This downward trend. Always, almost always. There'll always be a few outliers, right? Like there's always going to be a card that people, I don't know, it turns out to be much harder to pull than everybody thought. So, that card will go up because more people want it and just they're not hitting the market. So, it drives the card up. But when sets release and packs are being ripped and ripped and ripped, like this is when you see like how easy it is for these to pull these cards. This is only expensive because it's playable. Yeah, well, players love to pimp out their decks apparently. That's still kind of crazy though. 45 bucks. That's bananas. But it makes sense because gold cards are like they're pretty hard to pull. You don't get gold cards very often. What does Buddy Buddy Puffin even do? Search your deck for up to 2 basic Pokemon with 70 HP or less and put them into your bench. Then shuffle your deck. Mm-hmm. How much health does it have? Well, it does matter. It does matter, because if he doesn't have 70 HP or less, then it doesn't even matter. You know what I mean? So I don't know. I mean, I'm sure it's good, obviously. You know, these cards are never this expensive, so, like, that's a clear indicator. But I don't know. I don't know the game, so I don't really know how good it is. Maybe it's meta breaking. If you go first, you may use this card during your first turn. So is this card only good if you draw it to start the game and go first? I don't know. We looked at this already. Yeah, look at this. Look at this. Regular EX. And it's funny because people are like, "Whoa, why is this card so expensive? Like, it's just a regular EX." People just don't. People don't. It's like people don't even know that this is an actual playable game. I admit I don't know the game at all, but it's like people don't even know that this is a real game. It's kind of crazy. As long as this Pokemon is on your bench, prevent all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks. Oh, both yours and your opponent's. Okay. What happens if you just search? I don't really like this card at all. It's a pretty cool card, actually. Very eerie. Very creepy. Freezing Shroud. Very cheap. That's an easy pickup. For $5. That's a very easy pickup for $5. That's a pretty nice looking card. That sounds pretty good. Is this card being played? don't even know. I don't even know if people are using these decks, these cards yet. They were just released. Christian Sky Mendoza, good for you, buddy. Let's see what you used, you filthy animal. Here it is. Just a straight up Charizard deck. Oh, you know what? Now that we're here, 70. Less than 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 70. Oh, I guess that matters. It's a pretty big card. Oh shit. Huh. This chart's behind. This is back up here. Yeah, this chart's behind. And done goofed. Done goofed. Again, this is what you expect. I do like the full arts. Like the pattern in the back for the ancients. This card is sick, I think. Pyro Dance. I think this card's really cool. Now that you're back. What happened? Oh no. Alright, well, I guess we'll keep going through here. I went down a little rabbit hole while you were gone. And before I got too deep, I wanted to wait for you to come back. But let's finish looking at these. Let's finish looking at these cards first. You can use this card only if any of your Pokemon were knocked out during your opponent's last turn. Each player shuffles their hand into their deck. Then you draw 5 cards and your opponent draws 2 cards. That's pretty unfair. Some of the ace cards. Oh, okay. That's the rabbit hole. You know what? Before I forget, let me tell you what it is. Remind me to go down the rabbit hole of Arvin and 70 health Pokemon. Just remind me of that because we were talking about it and I don't want to forget. Arvin. I have to say, I have zero love for Ogerpon. Do you? To me, that card looks like a Scarecrow and Frankenstein put together. Well, I'm not the biggest Ursaluna fan. I don't hate Ursaluna, but I don't like the. I definitely don't like the Blood Moon variant. I can tell you that. Them waifu boys going crazy on this one. Wow, that's like that's really good artwork, right? Look at the detail on that. That's actually incredible. The waifu boys definitely going crazy on this one. $100. I don't think that's so much a waifu tax. I'll be honest with you. I think it's actually a gorgeous card. Might be hard to pull. Probably a little hint of waifu, but I can't believe how detailed that is. Look at the food. Look at the shine on the egg. Look at the shine on the yolk and the candy apple. Beautifully drawn. And then you got this abortion. You know, that's funny because I've been clicking on them. Never done that before, but I've been clicking on the artist and it pulls up all their cards. I love this. I love this feature. I didn't know that this was a thing. Yeah, that's a really cool feature. Five band graphics. Not your best work. You know, I haven't even seen the other one. Yeah, haven't pulled it up yet. I've seen it. I haven't pulled it up like tonight. Ghidorah. There it is. 75 bucks, 80 bucks for this card. 80, 85 at direct. Oh, 85 across the board. God damn. I looked at this one, I'm pretty sure. Why? Why? It's a small Pokemon. It's a small Pokemon in its natural habitat. You don't like to see the background behind the Pokemon? You talking about 151? Really? Trainer, let's read this one. Put up to 3 in any combination of Pokemon that don't have a rule box and basic energy cards from your discard pile into your hand. So it seems like, yeah, I guess it's good if you have a lot of basic Pokemon in your discard pile. I don't know how the game works. I mean, that's not a bad idea. Start playing the game. I'm sorry, but what is this even? What even is this? What are we looking at? What are we looking at? What is it like an is it an ink dropper? Like does that have like does this ink? Is his head ink? And this is what is that? Pinocchio. Pretty sure we looked at that. Yeah, I just don't like this style of card. Alright, let's check this one out. Not even gonna repeat what you just said. If the po mm, if the Pokemon if the Pokemon this card is attached to has full HP and would be knocked out by any damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, it is not knocked out. Its remaining HP becomes 10. Okay, so it's a second life. Prevents a one-shot KO basically. Torkoal. Is this another one of them clay? Or is that just art? Water paint? Let's look at Masa's cards. Let's see what Masa's style. Oh, Masa doesn't do much Pokemon. No, that's Vanguard. Weiss. I want to say welcome to Pokemon Masa, but I mean, who? I'm talking shit like I could draw. This one just reminds me of. You're gonna call me crazy. It remind you. Do you ever watch Robot Chicken? Okay, how it's like those like clay dolls and like they're moved and like they create a movie. That's motion action, still action, whatever it's called. That's what this reminds me of. Get off my screen, Lucian. How you doing, dude? I don't even know. I don't even know. Was it? I didn't even read it, to be honest with you. Well, you could tell which ones are playable by the charts usually, because with what's honestly, if you think about it, with what's out there, the art that's out there now on these cards, nobody's like in my opinion. I don't think anybody's itch unless you're a big Palafin collector. I don't think anybody's itching to get this Palafin EX or the Dragapult EX or the Ogre Palm, any of the Ogre Palm EXs in there, like from a pull. You know what I mean? I don't think people are filling their binder with these. So these drop in price, just like regular bulk Vs. These are just bulk Vs of Scarlet Violet. You know what I mean? That's all. That's all these are. I think the EX cards are pretty nice. They are. They're not ugly cards at all. I like the whole outside of the frame. Like I love that. But when you're like, oh, that's a full art. Like this is not a bad looking card at all. You know all this shine comes outside. It's just I don't know. It's just why collect that? Oh, there it is. There it is. Okay. Okay. I thought I got rid of it all. Okay. We're getting to it. What is he, an ashtray? I'm confused. Oh, he's a potter. Okay. I like this Luxray. I like this Luxray a lot. I like the color. It's all about the color schemes for me. It's all about the color schemes for me. Just another bulky X. Okay, here we are. As long as this card, did we read this yet? I don't think we did. As long as this card is attached to a Pokemon, it provides every type of energy but provides only one energy at a time. If the Pokemon this card is attached to is knocked out by damage from an attack from your opponent's Pokemon, that player takes one fewer prize card. This effect of your legacy energy can't be applied more than once per game. Okay, so I guess that could be pretty good. We looked at this hot garbage. Anything else we want to look at? This is the card. I'm pretty sure this is the card that Danny Phantom opened over 3,000 packs to hit. What do I think about this card? I think this card is ugly as shit. I think this card is ugly as shit. I think all the Ogre Palms with their fucking triangular art designs, Terra. They look like shit. I really do. Yeah, no, I think they all do. I'm not the biggest fan. To be honest, I'm not the biggest fan at all. Luckily, this card is in the set. This card is sick. I don't know if you were here when I looked at it. This card is, I think, gorgeous. Here are his legs. His arms are crossed. He's like riding this wave. No, that's a shuriken. Those are two shurikens. There is a lot going on. How's that? Is that better? I think that's a gorgeous card. I think that's a gorgeous card. This is a gorgeous card. This set has, listen. This is the problem for me. This is the problem for me. I can't even look at these. And they're the SIRs. They're the big hits in the set. That's what annoys me. It's not my favorite set. It's not my favorite set. But I think it's better than Obsidian Flame. I think it's better than Obsidian Flame. And it's better than Base. Scarlet Violet Base. What else is there? Yeah, Base. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, it's not as good as Temporal. I don't think it's as good as Paradox Rift. And I don't think anything is gonna... I don't think... personally, I think Paldea Evolved has the legs to go... Might be the best. See what comes out later, but... This is not terrible. I mean, this is a... I mean, I don't know, though. I don't know, because this set does have a lot of nice looking cards. Regardless of this situation, the Eevee's a nice card. The Eevee's a really nice card. There are cards to chase. You got this, and you have the counterpart. You know, that's a dual, like that's a. You can't get one without the other. You know, you need both of them. I don't love this Chansey, but I mean, you got a Ditto, you got a Snorlax, you got a Psyduck, a Bellsprout. You know, that's not a terrible card. Lana's Aid. What does this do? Is this just expensive because it's a special illustration? Put up to 3 in any comp. Oh, we read this. All right, let's go back to what I was. So, I was looking at the Buddy Buddy Poffin, and I said to myself, what I don't even know how I got down the rabbit hole, but I was going through. I went to Limitless TCG. Let me see what I did. Let me backtrack. I went to Limitless TCG. I went to tournaments. I congratulated our boy over here, Christian Sky Mendoza. Good for you. And I came here, and I said to myself, I wonder how many, since I'm here, how many cards actually have less than 60 health. Charmander, Charmander, Pidgey, Bidoof, and Cleffa and Manaphy. So you could get one, two, three. You could get some cards out with that. But then that led me to look at this list, and I saw Collapse Stadium. Now I know in my personal collection I have the Gold Collapse Stadium from. This one says it's from Billion Stars, but I thought I could have sworn. I don't want to. I want to say I thought it was from Fusion Strike. I must be wrong though. Oh no, an idiot. It's low storage. So I knew I had one of these in my personal collection. So seeing that it's playable, I was like, oh, there's like this card might have taken off. This would be a good time to sell it. Then I said, what else is on this list? And I saw that 4 Arvids would cost you like $7. Thought that was interesting. So I went on to TCG and I looked up Arvid. Look at what a card becoming playable does. When a card is playable. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm talking out of my ass on this one. Yeah, like this. Like imagine having bulk. And some dude that doesn't give a shit about the meta has got 30 or 40 of these. And you just sitting on your supporters. Because that's something people do too. Like they'll list their bulk, but they won't list all of their supporters because they know things like this happen. So if all your supporters, or if you're listing your cards, if your base, if your floor price, what's your floor price? 10 cents. So if your floor price is 10 cents and you have 40 of these, don't list all 40 of them. List like 6 of them at 10 cents. Right? And then you put the rest of them on the side. So that way, if it's regular bulk and it's not being, nobody's buying it, nobody's using it, all of them are going to sit there at 10 cents anyway. So worst case scenario, you have all 40 of them listed. It becomes meta. Somebody buys out all of them at 10 cents. Right? Whereas if you only have 6 of them, and they're not selling forever, then all of a sudden, all 6 of them sell, at least it'll bring attention to your card if you're not paying attention to the meta. You'd be like, oh, all 6 of those sold all of a sudden? Let me go look. And you go look, and all of a sudden, it's not a bulk card anymore. They're selling for 50 cents, 60 cents, $1.50 at this point. You know what I mean? You could still get caught like that. You could still get caught like that. Especially today. Even if you're setting your cards to auto price and auto update twice daily, you could still get caught. Right? I mean, I don't know that for fact, but how often does it update? Is it every 12 hours? Because in this hobby, especially now, 12 hours, nothing lasts 12 hours on a good deal anymore. Something comes down in the Pokemon Center, it doesn't last 12 hours. You know what I mean? Especially with like the Reddits and the Discord groups, people are always shouting out things that pop up. So people are just jumping on it, jumping on it, jumping on it. So I don't know. I don't know for sure, but I feel like you could still get hurt on that. Now I might be jumping the gun here. but I wanted to look at. I guess Justin Basil would have it, right? Yeah, of course it is. Prospective set list. Nothing visual? Visual. Let's see what he's got up here so far. I don't know why. I have a feeling I'm really gonna. I haven't looked at the cards yet, but I have. Yeah, I'm gonna like this set a lot, and I don't even like Dusk Noir that much. Wow, that's wow. I like that. I like that a lot. That's a really nice card. I like the colors. I like the purple. That's giving me Harry Potter vibes. I don't think the horsey's tiny at all. I don't think. Oh yeah, yeah. Well, you mean relatively? Yeah, horsey's yeah. Yeah, I think you're nitpicking pretty hard, especially since what's in the background here is a coral reef. What was in the background of who was it? Was it Tatsugiri? No, I don't remember. I don't remember what card. Yeah, I don't remember who it was. But where in the background of that card was like these massive whales. You know what I mean? So it's almost like that card was showing like the relevance of how small that Pokemon is, whereas this one is just showing us Horsey chilling. Fion? Fion? I don't know. I'll be honest with you, I never heard of that Pokemon before I looked at that card. Alright, so nothing crazy yet for Shrouded Fable. But it is... This is the specialty set. So there are going to be no booster boxes for this. As a matter of fact, let's go check out the Pokemon Center. Let's see what they have. Trading card game. Oh my god. There must be nothing up yet on TCG. I guess it's not on TCG Player at all. Did I spell it right? I was looking at Twilight Masquerade like an idiot. Okay. See, like that's I like that color scheme. Don't really like. What do you think about this? Don't love it. Oh, the actual show? I never watched it. I never watched it. Don't love that. Are the booster bundles back to being this? I'm confused. These are actually usually do pretty good. The specialty sets. If I had to say buy anything, it would be these. Believe it or not. I don't know if it's still this way, but let's look at. Oh. I remember these were performing pretty good. Above MSRP. Let's take a look at. This is crazy. $40. Oh, well. Maybe not. These were $60. I could have bought. I should have bought these. Anything 151 really. But you know what? It should be reprinted. Like all of these sets should still be reprinted. I mean, technically nothing is fact. We don't know for fact that anything is going to be reprinted. But things, it's not even out. How long? September. Not even a year ago. Not even close to a year ago. Like 9 months ago. Yeah, it should be reprinted. They should all be reprinted. I don't know if Crown Zenith saw a reprint with Lost Origin and Silver Tempest. But even Crown Zenith is just over a year old. It's only like a year and a half. Crown Zenith. Yo, I think Crown Zenith kind of slept on. Nobody really talking about it. I think it's underrated. I think it's very underrated. I mean, I don't want to say everybody opened up Charizard UPC, but I feel like for how cheap the promos are in the Charizard UPC, I feel like most collectors have the 3 of them. That could, I don't know, that might sound stupid, but I feel like I have all 3 of them. You know, why wouldn't you get all 3? They come from the same product. But I feel like at the same time, anybody who has the Charizard that's facing the Mew, at least, out of those 3, like how I was saying the Piernan and the Growlithe, like you have to have both. This is another card that you have to have both of. Like you have to have, if you have the Charizard, you have to get this Mewtwo. You know? Otherwise, what kind of an animalistic collector are you? Yeah, there's a lot of nice cards in here. I love the Entei. These are going up. Remember when I did my cheap up? Remember when I was doing my cheap but fire videos? These were all under $20. Not anymore. Yeah. They were like 17, 18 bucks. Yep, definitely. Definitely. I gotta go through my cards. I got a ton of cards. I gotta list, especially with the way the what. This one? Eh. Um. Oh, you pulled it from that box? Nice. Get anything? Anything else good? That's ripping packs. That's ripping packs, man. It's brutal. Well, a lot of people. I think people have always known that it's smarter to buy singles if you're trying to fill your collection. I personally feel like you need to just not be worried about money to not know that buying singles is the way to go if you're a collector. Unless you collect sealed product, then obviously you buy the sealed product. But if you're a card collector, why would you? It's such a gamble. Yeah, you could get lucky, but if you're ripping packs, I feel like you gotta just be doing it for the thrill. You know what I mean? It's gotta be the thrill of the chase. Why else would you do it? Yo, I love to. That's why I wanna. I would love to get into like ripping ships. I would love to open cards. I would love to rip cards, open packs for people. I would absolutely love that because I would satisfy my like urge to rip packs. Like I would feel so satisfied ripping through that many packs. I would feel so satisfied, and I wouldn't have to worry about it being a total loss. But like I feel like that's how much I would have to open to like feel satisfied. Like I love to rip packs. I don't do it anymore, but when I first got back into the hobby, when Fusion Strike, Brilliant Stars, and did I ever rip Chilling Reigns? I don't know if I ever ripped the booster box of Chilling Reigns, but they were all like 90 bucks. So for 90 bucks, I was just, dude, I was I was actually they were so cheap that I had no problem going to the like my LGS and spending like the $20-$30 more that they were charging just because like I would want it like on a whim when before I got married in my when she was just my girlfriend, me and my wife would we wouldn't know what to do and I'd have some money in my pocket, so we'd go to the game store by out by her house in Queens, and I'd look around and they'd have their tournaments going, and at first I used to feel so awkward going in there because I was like embarrassed. I don't know, like I don't know. I was embarrassed. And I'll never forget one time I bought when Astral Radiance came out. I walked in there like a boss. I don't know who I thought I was, but I took I took a booster box and he was charging MSRP. I paid the 145 whatever it was. And I remember one kid just turned around and looked at me like, "Who's this guy?" But I didn't care. For 140 bucks, you get to rip 36 packs. Like, you know what I mean? It's fun. It's so much fun. If you have the money to buy a booster box and just sit down and rip through a booster box, it's so much fun. I know why people rip packs open. I just don't do it because I would go broke. I would be broke if I gave into ripping packs every time I wanted to open packs. I would be broke. I would be broke. I'd be broke. I couldn't afford it. I did. I did. I did that like 2 or 3 times. I would rip a pack open. Like we'd buy packs. You go to the car. We'd rip the packs open, and I'd be too embarrassed to go back in. So I'd send my wife. I'd tell her, get 5 more. Get 5 more. Get 6. We'll rip 3 more each. Because she's not into Pokemon. I mean, she doesn't really care about. She doesn't care, but I like it, so she likes that I like it, so she will participate. And she likes ripping packs with me. I have to say, I think she enjoys ripping packs. She gets every time I open packs, I split, and if there's an odd amount, I give her the extra. Always, gentlemen, chivalry. It's not dead, but that's the way it goes. Every time I open packs with her, she gets the hits. Every time. I'm pulling out. Oh, nothing. Non-hollow. Non-hollow in the rare spot. Non-hollow. This was back in Sword and Shield when not every pack had hollow, like a hollow and 2 reverse hollows. There's so much shiny in the packs today. It's crazy. And it was even worse before Scarlet before Sword and Shield. It was even worse. The further back you go, the worse the less exciting packs are. You know what I mean? That's my opinion. There's gonna be a bunch of vintage boys that rip my head off if they ever heard that. There are very few packs that I would be excited to open. I would be excited to open Gym Heroes. I know. That's because we're fat. That's why we get. That's why we get excited about the McDonald's promos. Get food and cards. It's a win-win. I'll tell you what. Yeah, you say that, but these are the 2011 promos, and they're $3. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I agreed. Yeah. But then you have to sell. You have to sell 1,000 of them. How many people do you think? And I'm not saying that they're not. I could be dead wrong. Watch this. This card has seen 4 sales this month. 5 sales last month. It would take you years to sell 1,000 of these. It would take you years. You're better off burning your money than making that play. You know what I mean? Obviously not. That was don't ever burn your money. Look, this is where this. Okay, so have a caveat. There's a caveat to McDonald's promos. If there's a fucking Pikachu in the set, that's another story. $17. These are all damaged, damaged, damaged. See it? This is where your thinking comes in. McDonald promos, dude. You said it to me one time, like a year ago. And I never stopped looking at them. Yo, even it's so funny. Well, I guess never mind. I was gonna say something, but I'm not now. Crazy. Pikachu promos. That's the move, dude. Next time McDonald's has Pokemon cards, go there. Buy as many as you can. Buy all the McDonald packs that they'll let you take. If you could buy 5 cases, buy 5 cases. And rip them all. And then just store the Pikachus. That's how you get rich. That's how you get rich. I agree. I gotta be honest with you. I might. I might buy 50 of each. No one does. I don't know. That might be a move. When did these come out? I mean, these might just keep going down too. Remember I said you buy one thing, you'll get all of them? There's only 30 cards in the whole thing. '25th anniversary. They get expensive pretty quick. Thought I was. Nope, they're just expensive. don't think I spelled that right. '21, yeah. February 9th, 2021. Yeah, well, that's you have to realize that's combined with it being a 25th anniversary stamped card. It's definitely no, we did. I think. Let's see. First partner. What's this? I'm confused. Are these jumbos? Are these just all jumbos? No, they all every single one said it. The whole set? Interesting. Did you see this? Introducing TCG Player Trading Card Envelope Kit 3 Pocket. Oh, this was announced in January. We're introducing TCG Player branded trading card game envelopes that contain 3 pockets. The design protects cards within the pockets via a cardboard insert so that you no longer need to ship with a top loader. That's a bold claim. A 3-pocket... That's a bold claim, I think. A 3-pocket envelope can support up to 24 trading cards with no shifting during transit. The envelopes will be available soon for sellers to purchase. These envelopes provide a secure solution for shipping your cards, eliminating the need for top loaders. This not only ensures the safety and integrity of your cards during transit, but it also contributes to cost savings by reducing the use of extra materials. Rest assured that your cards will reach the customer in the same condition in which you sent them. I think it's a very bold. Okay, so let's see. If shipping 1 to 5 cards, use the center pocket. If shipping 6 to 10 cards, distribute them evenly between the center pocket and one of the side pockets. If you're shipping 11 to 24 cards, distribute them evenly between all 3. Put both the cardboard insert and the packed 3-pocket insert into the white envelope. Address and stamp your envelope. Ship with confidence. I'm not sold on this. I'm not sold on this. Unless... Is this the whole thing? Does it go in this, and then... This goes in this, and then this goes in this? I don't think so. White envelope, cardboard insert for shipping protection, and a 3-pocket insert. So 3-pocket insert into the shipping protection, into the how are the Is it waterproof though? Well, the weight, that's a good point. The weight of all this. But now I wonder if how it could be designed. It could be designed. How many cards you get into an ounce into 1 ounce? How many cards are 1 ounce? Do you know off the top of your head? Well, this is already up to 24. So, according to this, I'm do you have to team bag each one? Like, does each one have to be team bagged? Are you now using 3 team bags? But it's a cardboard insert for shipping. It's cardboard. It's just cardboard. Doesn't say anything. It doesn't say anything about that. To me, you still need team bags. A penny each. No. Agreed. But was it safe? How many stamps did you use? You just stamped it up? I don't know how I feel about this. I feel like I've received one. I feel like I got this. Okay. Okay. I don't know. Would it be bad if I showed an envelope that I got from somebody that I ordered a card from? Because I actually, what? It's got like nothing. All right, so I ordered. Remember I told you I was when I ordered the Gengar EX. So when I ordered it, show I the core TCG shipped it. This is what it came in. See it? See how it's got the 3 slits? It's not weird. It's exactly what they're giving you. This is what it's going to be. You'll see. I'm assuming that's what it's going to be. Except Core TCG did it first. Shout out to Core TCG. Did it first. You did it first, my man. So yeah. I think that's what it's going to be. Yeah. Yeah. It's three individual slots. Yeah. I don't love it. Yeah, I don't love it. I mean, this was in an envelope. It wasn't shipped in this. This was in. I mean, we're here. We're here now. I'm gonna I'm gonna block. I don't know. Just I don't want to dox. It was in an envelope. Like, yeah. So unless I think our take on this is gonna be, well, let me add this. At least for those, that was not shipped in a team bag. That was shipped just like that. That that Gengar was not in a team bag. I didn't love that, but the card came secure. The card was definitely secure. I like it and I don't like it. I like it and I don't like it, if I'm being honest with you. Because I ordered two. I ordered two. I ordered two. As a matter of fact, I showed you the one in the top loader. That's not the one that showed up. This is the one that the Corti. Look at that card. I love this card. Cheap fire card, man. Cheap but fire. Let's check out eBay. That's a dope binder. Oh, it's only a 4 card. That's a much less dope binder. Hmm. They do. People do want too much for their cards. They want, honestly, it's not that they want too much for their cards. People don't want too much for their cards. People just want what their cards are worth. Some people have their binders way overpriced, yes. But for like the people that price their cards appropriately, they're not overpriced. That's just fair market value. It just doesn't make sense for us trying to buy them and breaking it down and selling them, you know? Well, that's yeah, that's a big problem. Oh, you know what we didn't look at? We didn't look at any Sword and Shield booster boxes. Let's go. Where's Fusion? I guess we'll skip Evolving Sky. Let's look at Evolving Skies. Didn't even spell that right. It's plateauing. Okay. Things are plateauing. Things are plateauing. What's next? Brilliant. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I like to see, baby. This card's going up. This card is like, dude, people like don't even acknowledge this card. I watched a video today and Opossum Bud brought it up. And I felt like I was the only one that's been saying it. Nobody, it's like nobody wants this card. This card has been dirt cheap. All the alternate arts have been going through the roof for a minute now. And just now is this card has been going down. I remember when I bought a collection. One of the first collections I bought, this was one of the cards in there. I sold it for 120 and I made a profit on it at 120. It was going down, so I sold it. I still have another one. I still have one in my personal collection, but it's like nobody wants this card, and I don't understand why. I think this card is... This was the card that got me back in the hobby. I love this card. And just... Attention. I think attention drives prices up. I think attention drives... I think once this card... I think once Brilliant Stars sold out on the Pokemon Center, people started looking at the set a little closer. And... cards are going up. This card, I think this card sucks. I don't like... I'm not a big fan of the rainbow cards. Like, this card's going up. Evolving Skies is plateauing right now at like mid 600s. Oh, what's next? Astral. $170s. See a little going up a little bit. What's after Astral? Pokemon Go. Talk about a sideways investment. My music stop? Did. We're running back. I wasn't a big fan of Pokemon Go. See, Pokemon... I don't think anybody loved this set either. The tints are cool. But where is it? This card. This card's going up now. I think this card is so silly looking. I don't like this card. I don't like this card. It's too soft. I feel like Mewtwo looks soft. Exactly. That should say Spider-Man V. 100%. Now, now, this is what. What am I doing? What am I looking at? To me, is it Crown Zenith? Or was it 151? Oh, jeez, was it 151? It was 151. I just can't spell. I'm gonna put a fucking space between Mewtwo. No. What the hell? Oh my god, Chris. Stop. This card is sick, by the way. Oh. It's a promo card. This is what it should have been. I think they missed the mark on the Pokemon Go. This is what it should have been. This is a sick card. What set did this get released with though? Where was this? Is it from an ETB? God damn, I'm drawing a blank. I don't know. I don't remember. Was it 151? Yeah, 151. It was. It was. Thought it was Crown Zenith. No, I know. But originally, I thought it was Crown Zenith. Yeah, that's a nice looking card. Too bad it's just a promo. $1.30. That's a shame. It's a nice. If you're a collector on a budget, yo. All of the promos are nice cards on a budget. Not even on a budget. All of the promos. The promo cards are just nice. Let's look at all the promo cards. First of all, this not if you're on a budget, but this is a nice card. You know this card's not even hollow. This card's not even hollow. This was a promo. The Van Gogh Museum in Amsterdam, the Netherlands, somewhere. The Van Gogh Museum did a collab with Pokemon, and they did a whole bunch of stuff. There's actually still some stuff available, but they had a whole bunch of limited stuff. You can still get some stuff. Yeah, like this is all. Like there were Snorlax paintings that were X out of like 1,000. Like there were only. Where are they? Maybe they're not here anymore. Canvas art. Was this one of them? Well, there were some that were limited. I don't know how many of them were actually made, but like it said how many. Like the ones that were limited said how many were limited. But yeah, this is all part of a collaboration. And at the time, if you bought something from this, you would get a promo card with it. That's a lot to do with why so much of this is sold out, because people wanted the promo cards. And these sleeves are pretty cool. These sleeves are probably double the price on eBay. So I'm curious. It's GH? Yeah. Oh, I just didn't go far enough. One sleeve. Well, one sleeve. Yeah, the EV one. So, like, but like these are the things that I'm talking about when I say like, remember how I said you can get got if you have all your stuff listed and it updates twice a day? Well, stuff like this, like when it hits Pokemon Center and people see it's there, this stuff sells out in like an hour. It's gone. All of it's gone. Let's see what they have available. Can you? Hmm. Leafeon promo. Where's the promos for Sword and Shield? Oh, I guess it would be in promos. This was a Charizard I was talking about, by the way, with the Mewtwo. Well, that's seeing some gains. Yeah, that card's sick. Uh, we were looking for Leafeon. I guess Leafeon doesn't get the love that Espeon does. Grass Pokemon are just don't get love. Grass Pokemon just don't get love. Compared to the other two, Venusaur I feel gets the least love. I could be wrong. Did you have this? No, I didn't see this. This wasn't what you had, is it? What are... Crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I'm just curious. Because you'd get free shipping. Damn, it's not going to give me a total. There's no tax. Got to be tax on it. So what's... Call it 20 bucks. 250. It'll cost you 250 for 4 of them. 260? We'll call it 260. It's a loss. I mean, 85. Got to pay fees. Then you got to ship it. Yeah, I'd say it's a loss. I'm not even going to do the math. I'm talking about, yeah. But if you were pre-release, which I don't even know how that would work. Well, I guess you would have to have pre-release rights. And then if you have pre-release rights, you could just buy from the Pokemon Center and list them here. You need a you need a store. You need a brick and mortar store, and you need rights to the play. Like, just because you have a brick and mortar doesn't mean that they're gonna approve you to have Pokemon play in store. Yeah. Yeah, I was just... And you don't get it. And you don't get it. Yeah. You don't get it. Brick and mortar seems to be the only way to get it now. It's the only way. I don't think they really give a shit. Well, they're... Yeah, I don't know about that. That's crazy. Well, the only... Well, that's because those sets like that are like no brain. Okay, so how many are they ordering in comparison to the set prior? If they ordered 80 of the Fallout, they knew Fallout was going to be a big hit. So did they order 80 when they usually order 20? Okay, so then that's my but what I'm saying is if they order 20 cases every set release, and then there's one coming out that they know is going to be a dinger and they order 80, they don't deserve 80. They've been ordering 20. Yeah, that's... Well, I know that I don't follow too much with Magic, but I do follow Rudy from Alpha Investments. So I know that they recently... Seems like they forced their... the lady that they had in charge out. Which, by the way, she now works for... she now works for Funko. Funko hired her. So, from the words of Rudy, she basically was driving Magic to the ground. They forced her to retire or leave her job, and Funko thought, she's perfect for the job. They picked her up, so now she's over at Funko. But they, I know they toned back. I don't know if it was. I'm pretty sure that might have happened after Fallout, but I know they toned back their printing. They're not printing as much as they used to. They were just printing shit to the ground from what I was understanding. Like, just to the... And then on top of printing it to the ground, they would dump all of it to like fucking Amazon, and Amazon would just be fire selling it at like the cheapest price possible, and that was killing the stores, because now the stores, they just want to sell it. But who's going to buy it from them for just... I don't know the prices, but just say $80 when you can get it on Amazon for 60. Everybody shops at Amazon. Everybody shops at Amazon. Sealed is an investment long-term game. Sealed, no, I mean, well, yes, unless you have an outlet to flip it. That's another reason why I would like to get into rip and ship, because if I had an outlet for the packs, I could buy and not worry. See, I don't worry about getting stuck with them because I don't really believe that you'd be getting stuck with anything because it will go up over time. It will appreciate. You won't lose your money, especially if you're buying it at distribution prices. Well, wholesale prices, not distribution prices, wholesale prices, because I don't have distribution prices. But if I'm buying at wholesale at night, like midnight, what is it? Like 98, 99 bucks a box. I mean, Twilight Masquerade is still selling for 100. So if I could sell them for 100, see, selling them local is really the play. Because if you could sell them local, there's no shipping and there's no fees. But that would, like, do I set up like a monthly yard sale in front of my house and just promote it and sit outside? You know what I mean? It does take a lot of work. I don't have the time. I really, not that I don't have the time. I have the time, but in order for me to have the time to really get crazy with the social media, I would have to stop doing things that I enjoy. And I do enjoy doing content, but I also love playing WoW. And I don't love playing Diablo 4, but I'm playing it right now. You know, once one season of Discovery, the next phase opens up, what am I gonna do? Get crazy and stop blasting content now, and then when season of Discovery opens up, I go back to posting every other week? You know what I could definitely be more active on social media, on Instagram at least. Yeah, of course, of course, of course, of course. That's why I don't even promote rip. Like I wouldn't even try to rip and ship. You know what I mean? Who's gonna trust me to ship their cards out? Nobody. Nobody. You know what I mean? Of course, I wouldn't trust me. Look at me. But yeah. Well, we're coming up on the 2 hour mark now. I think this is a good place to call it. So, for everybody that didn't stop by, thanks for not stopping by. All right. Well, if you do wind up watching this video and you stuck around this long, Gub,